What's up, guys? So today I want to go over the top mistakes most new traders make. I've made them, I have friends that made them, and just through talking to everybody, I've compiled a little list, and hopefully after watching this, you can avoid those pitfalls. So the number one thing I would say that every single trader does when they're new is overtrades. They think that the majority of the day traders are buying and selling, almost like high frequency computer trades. Um, I don't think that new traders realize that most of the people are taking, I don't know, five or less trades a day, like five less quality trades a day. Um, some days I take, maybe two full size trades. I'm not talking about, a feeler here, a feeler there. I'm talking about going to my full size for a day trade, um, maybe 2 to 3 times a day. Um, but every time I talk to friends or people on the internet that why am I not making money? I say, well, how many trades are you make in a day? And, 30 trades, 40 trades. Some of them are trading, you know, say multiple times within the same minute. It's crazy. So I think that would be one of the things to avoid. The second is flip-flopping. So basically, our argument's sake, say you have a setup that comes about. Like we'll just say this setup right here. So say you're going to play this break, right? Well, say you bought on this top green candle and then it rejects the trend line. So then you go short and then it goes back up and then you go back long and you start going back and forth, long, short, long, short, long, short, and you kind of get yo-yoed. That is what a lot of new traders do. They don't pick their entries at a good point and they end up going long, and then when it dips a little bit, they end up selling, and even worse, then they go short, and then it goes up, and then they sometimes follow it up, and then it rejects, so they sell again for a loss and go back short, and before you know it, you're just blowing hundreds or thousands of dollars, and the thing didn't even go anywhere. Like, argument's sake, like, they would just do this little bit here, and that is probably, I see that happen all the time. I call it the yo-yo, where it's just, you get yo-yoed. What you have to do, like anything, you pick your thesis out and you stick with it. I think new traders have too tight of a stop loss as well because they don't trust in what they see. So argument's sake, say you were going to play this little breakout right here. Me personally, I would look for an entry back at this purple line, which is the 8, but say they chased it. They would have bought up here, and when it dipped maybe 10, 15 points, they would have definitely sold. But the play is still good. It's still holding above the trend, the trend line. And the fact is they will get stopped out. Why a seasoned trader would stay in the trade because it still looks good and would have profited at the end of the day. But that is why seasoned traders do not chase. They buy at support and let a couple go at resistance and then hold for the breakout. I see that happen all the time. The other thing I see is, which kind of goes hand in hand with the getting stopped out too early, is they go in too heavy. Say you're trading NQ. For a full position for me is about 3 full contracts. When you're starting out, you should be using micros and going maybe 5 micros. So you can let this thing move around, like 20 points is $200. So you can give yourself a nice 20-point buffer. So you're gonna, if you're right, you kind of give it leeway. And that's probably where I would start off going is 5 micros. Give yourself room. Don't keep the stops too tight. and let the trade work. Because what happens a lot is people put these stops in, they're super tight, they get stopped out, and then it goes. And I always hear, oh, I knew it was going to go. Well, if you knew it was going to go, you would have stayed in. You know, what happened was you were looking at your P&L instead of just looking at the chart, and you got stopped out because you got worried. And instead of just looking at the chart saying, hey, this still looks good, let me just wait it out, like a real trader would, because they're new, they get stopped out, it goes. And what's even worse is, say like a setup like this, they end up buying like up here because it broke out and they think they're going to miss the big move. They follow it, and then the thing ends up just tanking on them, and then they lose again. And I see this over and over. FOMO just killing new traders. The tight stop losses, the over trading, the large positions. You know, when they lose one position, they go in bigger on the next position. You know, you should be having a trade plan, what you look for, what type of moves you look for. Do you play long? Do you play short? I know some people that don't even play short. They only play long. So if it's not looking good to the upside, they just sit on the sidelines. But it's fine because they only need that one long play a day to make serious money, because they go in heavy when it presents itself. So yeah, I mean, those are some of the main ones that I would focus on as a new trader to stop. Definitely always have a trade plan. You know, not only back test, you know, you could forward test, you know, play with paper money, but as real, and test to see what the results are. There's so many different ways to do it, but I would say the over trading, overbuying, small stops is what's going to get every new trader right away. And those are the things that I would say I would work on instantly. If you're new or if you're unprofitable, that's where I would look first. And then from there, make adjustments maybe on your trade plan, what indicators you're looking at, what setups you're looking at, and then go from there. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. I go live during the week with trading, and be sure to jump on.